So, a series of events happened this evening, and I was thinking just now, should I go to bed or should I video record about it? And I looked at my clock to see what time it was, and it was 11:11. And so I had to record. It's 11 freaking 11. That is, can't get any more obvious than that. So, um, here's what happened. So I was goofing around this evening and not thinking much about anything, just kind of relaxing. It's Sunday night, and it was almost time to put baby to bed and stuff. So I'm on YouTube, and there is a person that I follow that does card readings, and she has like a pick a card kind of thing. And so I decided, like, oh, hey, this is a new video. Sure, I'll pick a card. The topic is what's next in your love life. And those are the popular ones. And this card reader, she resonates with me. It's not the first time that she's read something and I'm like, huh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I like sticking with people that we share a frequency and resonates with me. So I went ahead and listened to her card readings, right? And this is how they start.
One of my pick a card readings. Today we are going to figure out what is the future of your love life and what do your spirit guides have to say about it. So before we get started, I need you to pick one of the 6 groups. This is group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Pretty simple, right? Self-explanatory. You pick a card based on your intuition, which one resonates with you, which one pops out. She encourages you to meditate. She encourages you to pause the video and do what you need to do to pick the card that speaks to you. And so I did. I meditated on it because I'm not anything if not thorough. So I went ahead and meditated on it. And sure enough, one popped up for me almost immediately of the bunch, and it came at me. It like slapped me in the face. Everything else went blurry, and that one popped up, and it like, and I was like, okay, that's my card. Card number 6. So here's what she has to say about card number 6. I'm just gonna play a little clip of it.
All right, group number 6. Let's see what the future holds for you in your love life and what your spirit guides have to say about it. So I know this is a very important message, maybe even more so than the other groups. And if you picked group number 6, this is something you really need to hear because the Temperance card shows up, which means your spirit guides are really trying to connect and let you know that they're there. Now, the important message that I'm seeing in this group is you cannot settle for anything less. And this is the reason why. You have something, none of the other groups have this, but I'm going to almost say with certainty, even though I cannot confirm twin flame connections through tarot, but intuitively, I really feel like you have a twin flame relationship in this life waiting for you. I don't know if you're with them yet. I don't know if you have met them yet. I just saw 111 on my freaking microwave when I was talking about this, guys. I'm not kidding you. I would turn you around, but it would mess up the angle.
11:11.
I'm looking at it right now. So yes, this is a big indicator. If you picked, I'm getting the chills. If you picked group number 6, you will be in a twin flame relationship. And the difference between a twin flame relationship and a soulmate relationship or karmic relationship is this person is literally the other half of your soul. They are you.
Okay, so we're just gonna stop it there. That is what popped up for me when I went to innocently just mess around with this. Fuck around and find out, right? And so I kind of chuckled and I'm like, okay. So my guides, I know, have been trying to communicate with me, have been communicating with me. This is January 10th, and I have had 2 twin flame dreams already this year. The twin flame dreams have been happening to me since him and I went our separate ways back in 2015. And so they have been crucial in allowing me to see what's going on, allowing me to heal from it, allowing me to make peace with, allowing me to move on, and allowing me to stay connected, even though sometimes I really don't want to, so like 2020, I was very comfortable letting go of the twin flame energy, but I can only let go of it to a certain extent. It pulls me back. I am not allowed to disconnect from my twin flame energy. I don't know if I could, even if I tried. It's just, we are one soul. Be that I have continued on my spiritual path, I am the one strongly tied to my twin flame soul. And so his higher self likes to come visit my higher self because they are perfect beings. They are the ones that have no ego that gets in the way and such. They're the ones who know how to communicate and love each other and express what needs to express and have the difficult conversations with gratitude and love and appreciation. And so yeah, I had another twin flame dream Saturday night, and the dream wasn't his. Sometimes they're very exclusive to our twin flame relationship, to our twin flame soul. But this one wasn't his. This one, his higher self hijacked it. I was having a completely different relationship. I was having a completely different dream. And all of a sudden, here comes my twin flame higher self waltzing in. He actually brought me, I think he just wanted to show me what my twin flame's been up to, who he's with, and showed me that relationship that he's with now. And I got the sense that he's content in his relationship. It's not like moving and passionate. It's very just easy and simple. And it seems like she's very simple and sweet. And so he just seems content. And then his higher self kind of walks away from that person and goes straight to my higher self, and is like hugging and just cuddling up against it. I'm like, okay, I get it. I know, I understand. Our soul pieces want to be together despite the people that come into our relationships, to our lives, and we form those relationships. So that's happened, and there was another one previous to that. I keep tabs on the information. The one previous to that was pretty intense. That one had a message for my twin flame that came from Winter in Phoenix. And I won't go into detail as to who they are, but he knows. And Kitten, I swear my kitten is such a pain in the butt. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So that's the first time I've ever had like a message from them for him. I had to write it all down just so I wouldn't forget. So yeah. So then I started listening to the rest of this video. Because I'm very much aware that my higher self and my team, my spiritual posse, is constantly communicating, and I've started meditating again, like really meditating and connecting and grounding, and I've started doing my spiritual work that I might have neglected in 2020 just because there's so much happening, and so I no doubt know that they're communicating, and like right now, I was hesitant making this video, but I'm like, okay, should I? And I look, and it's 11:11. So yeah, I continue listening to this chick do my reading.
In either divine or masculine form. They are the yin to your yang. This person is you except in another body. And it is your destiny in this life to meet your twin flame. And most tarot readers, I don't think, would think justice and temperance, that's not twin flame. Oh, 8 of Wands, 4. But I really feel it. I feel it because look at the balance. We have the balancing. We have the balancing right here. So this is the other half of you. And one of the things I'm seeing your spirit guides are saying, don't waste your time and do not settle for anything less than your twin flame. Especially, if you get lonely, you're killing time with soulmates, whatever. But I'm really seeing for you, you shouldn't waste your time on that because there's someone really great waiting for you. And once again, the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate relationship is in a twin flame relationship, you two don't just get together to learn lessons and be in love. Yes, that's part of it. Yes, that's absolutely there. The passion is absolutely there. The attraction is absolutely there. The love is absolutely there. But twin flame relationships have a higher spiritual purpose. This is a higher spiritual connection. And generally, you have to be an older and advanced soul to meet your twin flame. So right away, I can tell both of you are old souls. You're probably an old soul if you picked this, an advanced soul. It is in this life, what you are meant to do is meet up with your twin flame, and both of you will go on your twin flame mission. And you know what? Some of you who believe in God, I'm seeing missionary work, charity work. You guys will be doing something together for the betterment of the world and humanity. And that is one of the traits. That is absolutely one of the traits of a twin flame relationship. So one of the things I'm seeing is be a good judge of character, know your self-worth. Don't settle for anyone who's not your twin, because you're not supposed to waste a lot of time with people who aren't your twin. You're supposed to be with your twin so both of you can reunite and do your mission on earth, because twin flames come together for the betterment of humanity, for the service of others. And like I said, this could be charity, this could be missionary work, this could be even if it's just something on the side you do together to help others to go outside of yourself. Twin flame relationships are meant to be of service to humanity. And
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. So, listening to that and continuing to listen to that, it ties in a lot with the dream that I just had recently, with my twin flame and showing me who he's with and that he's content, and then coming over to my higher self and showing me that, hey, I'd rather be over here, serving humanity, connecting in that passionate sense, connecting in that fire, we're both fire, we're dynamic. Then I have no doubt that if my twin flame and I, Sunchild and I, met in person again, that would spark us, and in a major way. Even if we met online, that would spark us. But, so there's that desire for our higher selves to connect to each other, and they were showing me that. So this made perfect sense to me. What it did do, however, that I wasn't expecting is it triggered me. It triggered me in a way that I have not been triggered. And this is what I mean about that spark. This is what I mean about we're fire. It triggered me to connect and reach out to my twin flame. It got me emotional and it got me revved up. And so I went and reached out to my twin flame and sent him this long message. And essentially, I'm not going to say what the message was, but essentially it was just me kind of telling him, stop with the bullshit and heal. Stop with this. Just stop with the bullshit already and start healing. Start connecting again. Remember who you are. It got me so emotional, and I started tearing up. I was crying when I was sending him that message, and not sure how it's going to be received on his end. It's hit or miss with him sometimes, especially because I don't think he necessarily followed much of a spiritual path in the last while. But yeah, so I did that, and then when I was done, I was so emotional. I went to the only person that I know understands this. She's like this beautiful alien-esque woman that him and I, Sunchild and I, knew when we were together. And she was the only other person that took a look at us and saw the way that we interacted, saw the way we meditated together, because she used to conduct meditation circles, saw the way we meditated together as she was taking us galactic journeys. And she approached us after one of the sessions and said, have you two ever heard about twin flames? And Sunchild and I had made a pact when we first joined that circle, that we would not mention that we were twin flames. We were going to see if anyone there picked up on it. And when she did, we knew she was the real deal. We knew we were the real deal, we knew. Although we never came into the relationship, knowing about twin flames. We were not looking for our twin flame. We knew since we were children that there was someone really special out there for us that we both yearned and loved and saw in dreams, but we never called it twin flames. We didn't know about that until we got together. And I started seeing, because I'm the divine female, I started seeing the twin flame stuff pop up for me everywhere, and I started paying attention to it, and I discovered, holy crap, we're twin flames, look at this. And I showed it to him, and of course he was skeptical for a while, but you could not deny the quote-unquote symptoms that were out there in terms of twin flames 11 years ago. So there's so much more information now, but the little information that we had, there was no question about it. We were twin flames. And funny enough, we called each other soul flames at the time, we called each other twin souls at the time, and soul twins, vice versa. And then we adopted twin flame because we realized we're the real deal. And so sure enough, she called us on it, and we asked, do you know any other twin flames? And she says, I remember to this day, I remember her saying, I know people who think they are. And so we're rare. Twin flames are rare. A lot of people think that they are, and that's true. I come across a lot of misguided information, but Sunchild and I are the real deal. And not too long ago, I want to say about a year ago, Sunchild was in one of his moods, and he even mentioned, he went as far as to say to me that he didn't even think that we were twin flames. And I knew that he's not following his divine path. I knew that he's not connecting, and it was one of those moods that just allowed him to say that, because he's not connected. But in saying that, he also proved that we are so twin flames, because he wants so bad to remove himself from that energy that makes him so uncomfortable, that triggers him, because it's asking him to grow, and he is not in a space where he can necessarily do that. So I went to her, after I sent him that message tonight, I went to her and I told her, look, this is what I listened to, and it triggered me, and I'm crying, and I know you're the only one who can understand why I feel this way, and I had a good cry about it. And interesting enough, as I'm talking to Sunchild, as I'm sending him a message, a sister of mine keeps calling, and I keep sending her to voicemail, like, I can't deal with her right now, I'm in the middle of this, right? And so finally, about an hour later, when I kind of compose myself, I go to listen to her message, and her message is like, hey, I haven't heard from you all afternoon, and I'm worried. Are you okay? Just, give me a call, make sure that you're fine. And so I'm like, oh, immediately I call her, right? And so I'm just, I'm talking to her, and the conversation moves on to kind of a spiritual, uplifting message. And we're just, I tend to be someone whom, delivers uplifting messages to other people, but in this case, the tables were flipped, and she was the one. I caught it all of a sudden. She's giving me spiritual advice, and suddenly she's telling me, and you know what, and it's okay. And this is how I knew my guides are speaking through her. This is how I knew she was tapping to divine source, because all of a sudden she was telling me, don't judge yourself for loving, don't judge yourself for caring, even when someone doesn't care back. Don't judge yourself for being kind. Don't judge yourself for speaking to somebody that is no longer in your life, speaking to them out loud. Don't judge yourself for crying about it. Don't judge yourself for screaming about it. Do what you need to do to heal, to love, to connect, to be in that moment and honor those feelings. I was like, oh my God, she doesn't even realize, because I didn't tell her anything about the twin flame thing or anything that I had done or I was feeling or what I was up to. We were just talking about, connecting and loving and being kind in our hearts and stuff in general, right? And she had no idea how much it was resonating with me. I started to cry, and people don't necessarily make me cry, and I am a person who's very I'm a little guarded when it comes to opening up like that, especially crying in front of other people. I don't really do that. So that was really, that took me back. Like, oh my God, I have tears coming out my cheeks, like coming down my cheeks. I'm crying and sniffling, and I was a bit emotional because what she was saying there, she was tapping into source and it was resonating with me. It made so much sense, and it made me feel so validated to contact my twin flame. I don't know what 2021 has in store for me. I know that 2021 feels like there is an worthwhile energy in terms of relationships coming my way. 2020 didn't have that feeling. 2021 does. Who that is, I don't know. I want to say I tapped into that energy briefly, but I don't know. I just feel like 2021 is going to have someone. I'm going to be in a relationship with someone in 2021, and it's going to be serious. I don't know when. I don't know with whom. I'm not saying it's my twin flame. I'm just saying that I didn't want anything to do with my twin flame in 2020. I was comfortable to just move on from that, but I am anchored to our twin flame energy, so I always come back to it. I always have to honor it. It pops up for me in random moments like it did tonight, and that's the beauty of being a twin flame. You're tethered to that energy. It is your energy. And again, I'm not saying that my twin flame and I are going to reconnect. I don't know what's going to happen between us. But I am open to receiving, whatever it is that he wants to share with me, even if it's his higher self sharing with me. And I think that's why his higher self loves coming over to my dream state, because I am a dream walker. I do get a lot of downloads through dreams and information, and that is the perfect way for me not to be on the defensive or judgmental about judging what is being given to me, but I'm just receiving it openly. I'm a clear, open channel. So yeah, I don't know. I know that my twin flame and I have conversations that need to happen, but will they happen? I don't know. I know that my twin flame is someone who's not mature enough to deal with their traumas and deal with their issues in a typical sense to heal and grow from. He's someone whom uses that pain that he's feeling, he's a deep thinker, but he uses it in a way that kind of derails him, and he just continues on and carries that baggage of issues with him and uses it to fuel his whatever it is that's in his mind. So he doesn't necessarily know at this point how to heal, and thus, there are things that him and I may never talk about. So I feel pretty at peace listening to my higher self and going through my own methods of healing what we should be healing together. And it's unfortunate because like the card reader said, we're here to help humanity, and we are so much more powerful together. That was evident by the times that we were together. We would come together. So much would happen to us than we are apart, and we are apart, and we might just stay apart, and that's okay. Just means we will be coming back to possibly get it right next time. I am grateful for the fact that I'm connected and my guides and universe and source speaks to me, and I'm aware enough to see the signs. I'm aware enough to see that yes, it is the time for you to make a video on this. Yes, it is the time for you to send a message, and here's the affirmation that you did the right thing to move through these frequencies with your emotions and be authentic and feel it and possibly trigger him into I don't know, into healing his own and growing from it. It'll only make us stronger. So I encourage my twin flame to put on the batteries and stand tall, because he is a sunchild lion and I am a moonchild lioness, and we got this life. Even if he feels like we don't, we got this life. He's got this life. He is much stronger than he realizes. He can handle this, and I wish that I could talk to him about the panic attacks that we both experience through therapy and my own observations of self. I've come to realize that my panic attacks, when they started, when they've continued, how they've continued and stuff, and it has a lot to do with us. And I wish that I could have a conversation with him about these things, because I think that they're happening to him because of this as well. You don't come into a twin flame relationship and walk away from it unscathed. You don't. We've activated each other, and we met in such a dynamic and dramatic way, and we fell so hard for each other. We connected. We called each other liquid moon metal, and we also called each other two suns revolving, the magnetism of two suns revolving around each other. Our relationship was so intense, so beautiful, so passionate, and you don't walk away from that and not have that affect you physically and spiritually and mentally. So I just wish I could have conversations with him about these things and help heal the both of us, because we're both going through those. We both have these triggers, and I know things about him, how he feels internally, but that's not for me to divulge here. So yeah, sharing this with other twin flames that might be going through the same thing. Even though all twin flames go through similar things, we all have a different soul signature, and we also experience things in a different way. Each one of us is like a fingerprint, unique, but we can relate to each other. So I know we're not the only set of twin flames going through really rough situations like this. So I put this out there for you.